Hey everyone, and welcome to another deep dive with me, James.
And I'm Jennifer.
All right, so we're diving into Iconic Concierge again.
Yeah.
This time, the winter 2024-25 issue. Lots to talk about with this one. As always with Iconic Concierge, we've got watches and cars and real estate and all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, it looks like a really good one.
The cover features the Aptronic Apollo humanoid robot.
Very cool.
Yeah, it gives us a sneak peek into the article inside about advancements in robotics.
I'm really interested to read that one.
Me too.
Speaking of high-end, though, did you see the back cover?
The Jacob & Co. watch.
The epic SF-24?
That's the one.
With that crazy time zone display.
I know. It's like a mini airport.
Those split-flap things?
Right on your wrist.
But it's practical, too, you know?
Oh, totally.
Like, imagine you're traveling.
Jet setting.
No more fiddling with tiny dials.
Just bam, there's the time.
Wherever you land.
So convenient.
And limited edition, of course.
All right, so let's jump right into it. And the cover story here is The Rise of the Machines.
Oh, yeah.
So, remember those kind of clunky, awkward robots you used to see in, like, old sci-fi movies?
Right.
Well, forget about them.
Yeah.
We are officially living in the era of robots, and this magazine shows us just how sophisticated they've become.
Yeah. It really is remarkable how quickly it's gone from just like a concept to like it's here.
Yeah.
Like it's happening now.
And there's such a variety of robots being developed right now, which is,
Yeah.
I think, really interesting too.
Absolutely. And the cover itself, right? The Aptronic Apollo, this humanoid robot, it's designed to work alongside humans, like
Yeah.
in warehouses and factories.
It's so lifelike.
Yeah, and agile and just the way they're going about it. The Aptronic folks, I mean, they're really focused on making sure these things can scale and can adapt.
Yeah.
It's not about building a robot for a single task. It's about creating something that can seamlessly integrate into
Right.
what we're already doing.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not just Aptronic doing this either. There's Unitree Robotics. They're making these quadruped robots
Oh, yeah.
that can handle all sorts of crazy terrain like I'm thinking about.
Yeah.
Like delivering packages, exploring disaster zones, search and rescue. Like the
I mean, the possibilities are just endless at this point, really.
Yeah, and it really does make you think about how are we going to, coexist with these increasingly intelligent machines?
Right. Will they stay tools or will they become partners? Will they become, something more? I mean, that's
the big question.
that's a question for the philosophers, maybe.
Yeah, we'll leave that to them for now.
Yeah, for now, let's maybe jump into something a little bit
A little more extravagant.
a little more extravagant. Yeah.
How about that?
Exactly. Let's talk real estate because
Yeah.
Iconic Concierge, they've got this feature on like the most expensive penthouses in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And these places are unbelievable.
The opulence is just mind-boggling.
Yeah.
I mean, the top spot goes to a penthouse in Dubai.
Yeah.
It's at the Raffles, the Palm Dubai Residences.
Okay.
And it's listed for 164 million US dollars.
Wow.
Yeah, we're talking 77,000 square feet.
What?
3 levels. It's got a mini golf course, a basketball court. I mean,
It's like a palace.
there's a palace in the sky.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So, it's really interesting to see this trend in luxury real estate, which is this whole idea of experiential living.
Yeah.
Like they're not just selling you a place to live, they're selling you a whole
Yeah, a whole lifestyle, an entire...
an entire lifestyle.
Yeah.
Catered to, your every whim.
Right. And I mean, and the views you get from these places, I mean,
Oh, can you imagine waking up?
to a panoramic view of Dubai every morning.
Oh my goodness.
And of course, it's not just Dubai. I mean, there's this triplex in New York City in Central Park Tower going for 195 million
US dollar.
US dollars. Yeah, and it even has like a private ballroom.
Wow.
And then there's this oceanfront penthouse in Miami at the Ritz-Carlton Residences, 125 million.
It's incredible.
So it's a global
It really is a global.
trend, this luxury high-rise living.
Now, let's switch gears a bit. Ready for something a little more, magical.
Let's hear it.
We're talking Steinway & Sons pianos. But not just any pianos. These are limited edition, celebrating Disney's 100th anniversary.
A Steinway and Disney collaboration. That's an intriguing combination.
Right. There are only 25 of these pianos in the entire world, each one hand-painted by the Italian artist Elena Salmestraro.
Hand-painted. Wow. What's the design like?
The artwork is stunning, really capturing the energy and joy of Mickey Mouse. He's definitely the star of the show.
Mickey on a Steinway. That's a visual I wasn't expecting. Anything else about the design that stands out?
Oh yeah, they actually have this blue gradient keyboard. It's meant to represent all the different emotional tones of music.
That's a beautiful touch, adding a visual layer to the instrument. And what about the sound? We're talking Steinway here, so I'm assuming top-notch quality.
Absolutely. And on top of that, they've incorporated Steinway's Stereo-R technology. Basically, it allows for high-fidelity recording and playback of live performances.
So you could have a concert played by a world-renowned pianist right in your living room.
Exactly. It's incredible technology. Okay, are you ready to talk about some cars?
Always.
This issue features the Ferrari F80, which is the successor to the LaFerrari.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it can go from 0 to 100 kilometers an hour in just 2.15 seconds.
Wow, that's fast.
And it has a top speed of 350 kilometers an hour.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's a beast. They're only making 799 units.
So it's an instant collector's item.
Pretty much. And they were all pre-sold for a cool US $3.9 million each.
Wow.
Yeah. Then we have Praga, a brand that's making a comeback with their Bohema supercar.
Interesting.
It's focused on track performance and lightweight design.
I've never heard of Praga.
Yeah, they're kind of a niche brand. They're only making 89 of these cars.
Wow, even fewer than the Ferrari.
Yeah, so if you want one, you better act fast. And speaking of niche brands, BMW is actually putting their Skytop concept Roadster into production.
What, really?
Yeah, I was surprised too. It's a limited run of just 50 units.
And I bet they're all spoken for.
You bet. Speaking of special, we have to talk about Taylor Swift.
Oh, the Eras Tour. That was more than just a concert series, a real cultural phenomenon.
And Vancouver had the honor of hosting the finale.
I know. 3 nights, over 40 songs. She played everything.
It was pure magic. I was actually lucky enough to go to one of the shows,
Oh, wow.
and the energy was just electric. It made an estimated $157 million for the city.
Seriously, that much?
Yeah, $97 million was direct spending from fans.
Like hotels, food, all that.
Yeah. And 70% of that was from out-of-town visitors. They were shopping up a storm.
So it wasn't just the concert tickets, it was the whole experience.
Exactly. Destination Vancouver went all out, tailor-made events calendar, light installations.
That's really cool.
They had volunteers called Swifty Shifties to help fans around.
Swifty Shifties, I love it.
And even the Gastown Steam Clock played Shake It Off.
Oh, come on. That's amazing.
They really went above and beyond.
Yeah, but was it just the money?
No.
Well, think about it. Vancouver was in the global spotlight.
Right. Millions saw the city, the whole experience, the community aspect too.
Exactly. It's like a tourism legacy, not just a quick thing.
People who never thought about Vancouver might be adding it to their list now.
Totally. A huge event like that really puts you on the map.
Makes sense. And it probably set a new standard for Vancouver too, right? For future events.
Yeah, it showed what's possible when a city really goes all out to create a memorable experience.
But hey, speaking of cool events,
Yeah.
the Vancouver International Auto Show
Ah, right, in March.
at the Convention Center.
It's coming up fast.
I know, just a couple months away.
They had record attendance last year.
Really?
Yeah, so it's going to be big.
And they're doing that Elite Dream Machines thing?
Oh, yeah, the supercars.
Like personally owned ones,
Ferraris,
the
Lamborghini,
McLarens, the whole deal.
stuff you never see on the road.
Exactly. Usually tucked away in some collection.
So this is a rare chance.
To get up close. And speaking of VIPs, I hear Iconic Concierge is going to have a huge presence at the show.
Oh, yeah, their booth is going to showcase 2 legendary Ferraris, a Testarossa, and a Dino 246 GTS.
A Dino. Already picturing myself behind the wheel. So let's shift gears a little from all this high-octane stuff to something a bit more, well, grounded. The magazine has this article on digestive health.
Ah, something we all need to think about.
It's true. They talk about the gut microbiome and how important that balance is for, well, everything. Digestion, your immune system, even mental health.
Yeah, that whole gut-brain connection is fascinating. There's so much research coming out about it now.
They really emphasize eating whole foods, getting enough fiber, managing stress, all that good stuff. And they also talk about probiotics and digestive enzymes.
It's a holistic approach, recognizing that our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, it's all connected.
Are you ready to delve into the world of watches?
Always.
Well, they feature several stunning timepieces. The Breguet Classique 7145 Lunar New Year 2025.
Oh, yeah.
The intricate hand engraving celebrating the Year of the Snake is simply beautiful.
That's stunning.
It's a watch that speaks to those who value traditional craftsmanship and cultural symbolism.
Breguet is a master of that.
Yeah.
Their Lunar New Year editions are always highly anticipated.
Yeah, for sure.
By collectors, particularly those who appreciate that, that fusion of horological expertise and artistic expression.
Right, and then there's the Urwerk UR230 Polaris, with its futuristic aesthetic and unusual use of a ceramic composite case.
Right.
It's a statement piece, for sure.
Urwerk is a brand that consistently pushes the boundaries of
Yeah.
design and materials. They're not afraid to experiment, and the UR230 Polaris is a testament to that innovative spirit.
Yeah, it's a watch for those who want something truly unique on their wrist.
It is.
And this Corum Golden Bridge serpent, I mean, a hand-carved snake
It's amazing.
coiled around the movement. It's like wearing a miniature sculpture.
It highlights a key trend in watchmaking.
Right,
This
yeah.
increasing convergence of art and horology.
Right.
The Golden Bridge Serpent showcases Corum's signature baguette movement,
Yeah.
where the entire mechanism is linearly arranged,
Right.
resembling a golden bridge.
Right.
The hand-carved snake adds an artistic layer to this technical marvel,
Yeah.
making it a truly captivating piece.
And we also have the Frank Muller Crazy Hours Vegas Racing,
I love that one.
a watch that's bold, playful, and definitely not for the shy. I love how it throws convention out the window with its non-sequential hour display.
But I have a feeling it's probably not the most exclusive watch featured in the magazine.
You're right about that. They also showcased the Roger Dubious.
Okay.
And let me get the French pronunciation right.
Yeah,
Roger Dubuis.
perfect.
The Knights of the Round Table Merlin edition.
Knights of the Round Table, that sounds like a watch with a story to tell.
It definitely does. It's limited to just 77 pieces, and it features these incredibly detailed micro sculptures of, well, the Knights of the Round Table. They're actually arranged around these hexagonal columns, and the columns themselves are made from a mix of materials: pink gold glass, black glass, even basalt rock.
That's some serious attention to detail. It's more than just a watch, it's a wearable piece of art. I'm sensing a theme here. Any other collaborations featured?
Definitely. They also highlight the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak concept, Tourbillon Companion Watch, which is a collaboration with Artist Cause.
Cause. Now that's a name I recognize. What's his signature style like?
He's known for these sort of playful, cartoonish characters, and in this watch, his signature companion character is actually pressing against the sapphire crystal.
That's pretty cool. Adds a touch of whimsy to a high-end watch.
Now let's shift gears a bit and talk about watches designed for a more rugged lifestyle. The Casio G-Shock Storm Chaser.
Yeah.
What makes this G-Shock stand out from the crowd?
Well, Casio G-Shocks are renowned for their durability and resilience, but the Storm Chaser takes it to a whole new level. It features a high-tech, luminous carbon fiber case inspired by the raw power of thunderstorms.
So it's not just tough, it's visually striking as well. I imagine this watch appealing to adventurers, storm chasers, anyone who braves the elements.
Absolutely. And its solar-powered functionality ensures you'll never have to worry about a dead battery, even in the most remote locations.
Now, let's move on to something a little more melodic.
Ooh, I like where this is going.
Iconic Concierge explores the world of high-end audio.
Always a fascinating topic.
And they specifically highlight a partnership between Bang & Olufsen and Ferrari.
What a perfect pairing.
Right, they've created a special edition collection of speakers, sound bars, and even headphones.
All with that sleek Ferrari touch.
Exactly. I could already imagine the sound quality.
I know. And the craftsmanship.
They use premium materials like aluminum, which is a signature of both brands.
It's all about creating a powerful and immersive sound
For
experience.
sure. Now, what if you want to enjoy audio without completely shutting out the world?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Bone conduction headphones?
Yes, the magazine features those too.
They're becoming increasingly popular,
I've been seeing them everywhere lately.
especially for athletes and people who want to stay aware of their surroundings.
How do they work exactly?
Well, instead of transmitting sound through the air and eardrum like traditional headphones,
Okay.
bone conduction sends vibrations through your cheekbones directly to your inner ear.
Wow. So you can still hear ambient sounds while enjoying your music or podcasts.
Exactly.
That's pretty cool.
The article highlights Suntoe as a leader in this space.
Okay, I've heard of them.
They mention their dust and waterproof Suntoe Wing model and the Suntoe Sonic.
Which is designed for workouts, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Now, what about for those of us who prefer that warm analog sound?
The audio files.
You know me so well.
Well, Iconic Concierge has something for those listeners, too.
Okay, I'm curious.
They feature a company called Écoute, which produces high-end headphones that incorporate vacuum tube technology.
Vacuum tubes. Isn't that a bit old school?
It is, but that's precisely the appeal.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Audiophiles swear by the rich, harmonic sound that vacuum tubes produce.
Interesting. So it's like a vintage sound experience, but with a modern design.
Exactly. And Écoute emphasizes the importance of a built-in DAE.
A day?
Yeah, a digital to analog converter.
What does that do?
It enhances the sound quality even further.
Cool.
And they even have an app that lets you customize the frequency response curves.
Wow, that's pretty high tech.
It's all about creating a personalized listening experience.
That's amazing. It's like having a recording studio in your headphones. Speaking of thinking ahead, I was reading about the cryptocurrency market. It's booming right now. The article was talking about the importance of protecting your digital assets with hardware wallets. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, cryptocurrency is definitely a fascinating space. It can feel a bit like the Wild West out there sometimes.
Yeah.
But you can't deny the growing popularity and the potential of digital currencies.
For sure. I agree. And it could be pretty overwhelming, especially for someone new to crypto. This article is really helpful. It breaks down those different types of hardware wallets.
Yeah.
And it explains why they're so essential for keeping your crypto safe.
So why are hardware wallets so important? What makes them different from, say, storing your crypto on an exchange?
Security. It's all about security.
Yeah.
Think of a hardware wallet like a physical vault for your digital assets.
Okay.
It's a small device that stores your private keys offline, keeps them safe from hackers, malware, all that bad stuff.
So even if your computer gets hacked, your crypto is still safe?
Exactly, because it's not actually stored on your device.
Yeah.
And the article mentioned a few of the top hardware wallets, like the Ledger Nano X and the Trezor Model T.
Okay, so there are different options.
Yeah, they have different features, different price points, so you can find one that fits your needs.
That's good to know.
Definitely. And, with Bitcoin hitting those record highs, the crypto market doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon.
Oh.
Now is definitely the time to think about how you're going to protect your investments.
I agree.
For sure. All right, now let's take a virtual trip.
To the South Okanagan.
Yes. Iconic Concierge highlights the region's winter wonders and spring delights.
I didn't know there was so much to do there outside of summer.
Right. They say that while it's famous as a summer paradise.
The colder months have their own unique charm.
So what are some of the highlights?
Well, for those who love winter sports,
Skiing, snowboarding.
they recommend Baldy Mountain Resort.
It's a great mountain.
And if you're interested in the history and culture of the region,
They suggest checking out the NK-MIP Desert Cultural Center
which shares the stories of Canada's only desert.
and the rich living culture of the Okanagan people.
It sounds fascinating.
Then as spring arrives,
They recommend signing up for the Area 27 Driving Academy
ooh, high-performance drivers education.
on Canada's most exclusive and technically demanding circuit.
That sounds intense.
They also mention Kartplex.
Okay, what's that?
It's a world-class karting facility
Oh,
located right at Area 27 Motorsports Park.
cool. And for those who love handcrafted spirits.
A visit to Tumbleweed Distillery is a must.
So whether you're looking for adventure
Relaxation.
or cultural immersion,
The South Okanagan has something for everyone.
I'm convinced. Okay, let's come back to Vancouver now. Let's talk about some of the great cultural events happening in our city.
Vancouver's cultural scene is thriving.
No.
World-class orchestras, captivating ballet performances.
I know, it's amazing. So much to see and do. Let's start with the VSO's presentation of Gene Kelly. A Life in Music. It sounds like it was magical.
They did something really innovative, isolating Kelly's singing and tap dancing while the orchestra played the original score. Really immersive.
So cool.
And Patricia Ward Kelly's narration added a really personal touch.
Wonderful. And for classical music fans, the VSO also presented Josifovich plays Stravinsky. Leila Josefovich is such a renowned violinist.
Oh, yeah. Her performance was phenomenal.
And the orchestra plays some Stravinsky, too. And Beethoven's Leonore Overture No. 3. What a night.
A real celebration of classical music.
And then there was the BC premiere of Philip Glass's 11th Symphony.
Glass's minimalist style is so mesmerizing, thought-provoking. The VSO did an incredible job bringing his complex compositions to life.
Amazing. Speaking of bringing things to life, the Vancouver Metropolitan Orchestra's Pops and Classics concert sounds like it was a real crowd pleaser. What were some of the highlights for you?
Well, Ryan Wang's performance of Chopin's Piano Concerto was incredible, and Esther Huang on the violin playing Dvorak's Romance, really moving.
Wonderful.
And they finished it all off with Beethoven's Symphony No. 7. What a way to end the season.
I know. And speaking of memorable performances, we can't forget about Go Ballet's The Nutcracker.
A real holiday tradition here in Vancouver, and this year they had a special guest appearance by Philip Kim. the Olympic gold medalist.
I heard about that.
He even incorporated his own dance routine. The audience loved it. It's great to see artists from different, backgrounds come together to create something special.
All right, so let's switch gears a little. There's also this growing awareness of sustainability, even in this realm of luxury,
Uh,
And Iconic Concierge highlights this really cool initiative called Earth.
okay.
And it's pronounced Yuan, just so you know.
Yuan.
And it's tackling this whole conservation thing in a really innovative way, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me about it.
So basically, for just $1.20 US, you could protect 1 square meter of land
Okay.
or 9 square meters of ocean.
Wow.
And you get what they call a yuan. It's like a digital proof of your contribution.
Okay.
So it's like collecting these little digital tokens for saving the earth.
Yeah.
I love that idea.
It's very cool. And what I really like about it is that 83% of the money goes directly to conservation efforts through this Union of Nature Foundation.
That's great.
Yeah, it's really transparent,
Yeah.
impactful. You can see where your money's going.
And what's really interesting is how they're getting businesses involved. Like the brands are starting to build these yuans into their loyalty programs and stuff.
Oh, wow.
So instead of collecting like air miles, you can collect square miles of protected land.
I love that.
I know, it's brilliant.
That's really clever.
Yeah.
Very cool.
All right, so let's set sail for our final destination,
Okay.
which is the world of luxury yachts.
Nautical Horizons.
Yes.
Always a fun section.
It is. So one yacht that stood out to me was the Columbus yacht Angelief.
Okay, and what's special about this one?
It features a hybrid propulsion system.
Oh, so it's more eco-conscious.
Yeah, without sacrificing performance or luxury.
That's a nice combination.
Yeah. It's a great example of how sustainable technology can be integrated into high-end yachting.
Right. It's not just about big engines and burning fuel anymore.
No.
There are ways to do it more responsibly.
Exactly. And then there's the Sunreef Ultima 111.
Okay, I've heard of Sunreef. They make some pretty amazing catamarans.
Yeah, this one has a really unique design.
What's different about it?
It's got this automotive-inspired aesthetic.
Automotive's inspired.
Yeah.
Interesting. Like how...
It's hard to describe. You just have to see it. But it's very sleek and modern.
So it doesn't look like your typical catamaran.
No, not at all.
Well, I guess that's what innovation is all about, right? Pushing the boundaries.
Exactly. All right, I think that's a good place to wrap up this segment.
Okay.
Thank you for listening to our deep dive.
It's been a pleasure.
We hope you enjoyed it, and don't forget to check out Iconic Concierge Magazine's latest issue, available in print and online at iconic-concierge.com for even more insights into the world of luxury.